What's up, everybody? I just recently got back into playing Elden Ring PvP, and I wanted to share with you guys my favorite build. This build is so awesome that it can actually one-shot multiple players at once, just like this. Honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than going in against a team of gankers that think they're cool because they're able to win 2v1s, but instead they are served a massive slice of humble pie when you blow up in their face in a blaze of glory. So today I wanted to talk about this build. I know it's nothing new, but I think I have it down to a perfection. There are a couple items that really help with cleaning up the kills after the initial explosion, so let's talk about it. The first thing obviously you're going to need is a doubled ruptured crystal tear in your flask. You're going to need two because if you only use one, it will not be enough damage to actually kill the opponents. Next, for the weaponry, I use two golden halberds. The only reason why I use those weapons is that it's really good for roll catching, and sometimes you have enemies that will survive the initial blast and they will be panicking and rolling away, and that way you can finish them off pretty easily. You are going to want to use a Godslayer seal plus 25 as you will be using some incantations to finish off enemies. In terms of talisman, I have the Dragon Crest Great Shield for damage reduction. I have the Earth Tree Favor plus 2. I have the Stamina Talisman, which helps for running after the enemies after you did the initial blast. But most importantly, you have the Sacred Scorpion Charm. If you don't use this, the build will not work, because this actually raises your holy attack, and without using this, your victims will definitely be able to survive the initial blast. Now, for the purpose of these invasions, I'll be going in at level 150. It guarantees you to have a decent amount of invasions, and also you are tanky enough to survive the blast yourself. You can do this at lower levels. It's also going to work, but you're going to have to do a certain amount of min-maxing. Now let's get into the actual execution of the invasion. So the first thing you want to do when the invasion starts is use the Ash of War of your halberds. That will increase your damage, including the damage of the explosion. Keep in mind that your victims, being the cowards that they are, will most likely start to attack you right away, so you need to do it immediately. Next, you want to take a sip of that delicious kamikaze juice and get as close as possible to your enemy. If they survive like this, you're going to want to move into a run attack, which will most likely kill them. After that step has been completed, you can either laugh or you can teabag or point down. You have several options at your disposition. Now I'm going to play the rest of the footage that I accumulated doing this strategy. You can see that this is very easy to execute. It works around 75% of the time, and even when it doesn't work, then you just go on with the fight as usual. Some players will expect this technique and will run in the opposite direction. In that case, you will most likely blow yourself up and look like a fool, but it's not a big deal because this build is just to have fun. It's not something serious to be considered competitive PvP. So in conclusion, this is obviously a troll build. It is a lot of fun. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It is a little bit more toxic because someone could consider it cheap and not really playing above the belt, but it is what it is. I just got back into playing PvP a couple days ago and I find that it is so much fun. Especially since the way the Elden Ring invasions are designed, you are going to be fighting 2 or 3 people every single time. And they will never let you do 1v1s. It will always be a 1v2 or a 1v3. It seems that it brought in a lot of new players, and the players don't really know the code of honor or the code of ethics. So since most players insist on ganking, I think it's only fair to use this unconventional tactic against them. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. That way you'll never miss another one of my videos. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.